Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to the channel once again. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to talk about your connection to all possibilities. Before we start, leave a like and subscribe, use the links down below to know more about me and my content and to contact me for readings and consultations. So, one of the key truths or the key notions about spirituality is that we believe and we live in all possibilities, right? The only true God is all possibilities. When you hear people like me talk about God, we're talking about all possibilities, right? Because it's the only thing bigger than you, it's all possibilities because it's all of us together creating possibilities, right? The universe is always expanding. You always expanding, right? So all possibilities is the only thing that is and always will be true. Just the possibility for something new to happen, or even for you to go and repeat certain cycles. Everything is possible. You just gotta make it, create it, find it, or be open to it so you can attract it. And that's the point I want to highlight here on this video. Thank you for watching, by the way, if I didn't said earlier. Because you can be open to all possibilities, but that can be bad for you. That can slow you down in your general growth as a spirit or on you achieving a certain goal, right? Because you are a spirit, right? You created this mind, emotions, feelings, and body. You created this experience with many other spirits. So you chose a path, right? Or you chose a finite number of paths. There is more paths, but you chose those ones because you wanted and want to go down a specific route. You want to learn and experience specific things. So that's why it's so important to know your purpose, to create your own purpose and know yourself. Because from all possibilities, not all of them will be beneficial to you, and some of them will be more beneficial or less beneficial or even harmful, more or less, to you and your purpose and your teamwork, all the spirits that came with you to this reality in order to achieve your progress, right? So you gotta be specific, right? You gotta know yourself and your purpose, and then you gotta focus on those possibilities and then channel them in or create them yourself and then do that and imagine that and feel that, right? And how you do that, for an example, because there is no one way to choose your specific possibilities from the big vault in the sky, the heavenly vault from all possibilities, right? So what you can do is imagine yourself in certain positions that you want to be in or you think you want to be in, right? Because one way to know your purpose, very realistic, very simple, is follow certain paths that look good to you and appealing to you and you think you can have success and fulfillment there, and actually go through there until you either stay on it or you be like, no, that's not for me. And that's how you realistically define your path. You gotta go out there, experience, be rejected, reject somebody else, and all those things, right? But we're here to focus on a more spiritual, mental aspect of it, right? You imagine yourself achieving a goal, doing something, receiving a certain amount of payment per month or whatever, and you focus on the feelings of it, not just the image, the feelings of it, and then on the progress. How will you achieve that? Don't be super specific, leave space for possibilities, but you have to imagine yourself also on the goal, right? And that's how you choose specific outcomes. And when I say outcomes, I don't say physical outcomes. I say spiritual, general outcomes that then through those feelings, through those images, through those minds, you will make it realistic in a specific way, but there are many specific physical ways that can represent that space that you create when you're focusing and channeling, tunnel visioning a specific possibility out of all possibilities, right? So, to conclude, right, the video is about not all possibilities are for you. Not all paths are for you. Not all wisdom and knowledge, not all awarenesses are for you, right? And that's why it's very important, once again, to get a natal chart reading from yourself or from somebody else, get some tarot readings, right? Do some meditation, follow your first thoughts, do your personal interests, right? Go through some insecurities, go deep within yourself, contact with others, learn about others as well, so you can really know what possibility to take from the tree, what fruit to pick. Imagine a tree full of different fruits. Not all the fruits will be good for you. Not all the fruits will be tasty. Some fruits might even kill you, right? That's not bad. It's just maybe that's not the progress you want. That's not the path you want to follow in, right? And then once you realize that, you'll understand that those people that say, oh, only all love and positivity, we always open to God, we're always open to possibility, they don't really have responsibility. They don't really have uniqueness and individuality, because they fail to recognize this fact that you came here, down here, that's why we call it down, because there is less possibilities, physically speaking, right? Like humans can fly. Now, maybe in the future they can, but that's when we expand our possibilities. But spiritually and even mentally, there are infinite possibilities. But you chose to come in a specific way, in a specific world, with a specific appearance, right? So it's very important to choose the right possibilities, to choose the right outcomes, right? To make sure you are on your path. And sometimes you will stray out of your path. That's also a way to make sure that you are on your path. If you leave your path and you end up missing the path you were in, you end up actually crashing into some rocks or something, you end up meeting more troubles and turbulence as you go out of the path, you know that you left a good path. You now know you left the right path, your path, right? Because it's not always a straight line. Mostly never is a straight line, right? And you gotta go to different paths, right? To realize and contrast and compare if you are on the right path. That will also make it easier for you to choose the right possibilities for you. And don't be afraid of denying or specifying a possibility, an outcome that you want. The problem that most people do here is actually be too specific, or they even imagine something. They imagine them with a lot of money, but they say, no, I have no luck, I have no skill, that will never be possible. Now you're being a demon to yourself. Now you're casting curses on yourself, right? That's doing the opposite. You're being too specific and even ignoring, denying possibilities. That's negative. You only should do that to negative circumstances, and that's a treacherous path, because if you focus too much on not wanting something, like the universe doesn't recognize the word no, and everything comes into existence through accumulation. So if you spend too much time saying, no, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, you will get that. That's why it's always better to focus on what you want. Focus on, imagine you are afraid of dying. Instead of focusing for a specific reason, let's say you're afraid of heights, or you always saying, I will not die on a plane crash. I'm coming here to extreme examples, but I hope you catch my point, right? Instead of focusing on I will not die, focus on I will survive. And after, imagine you are afraid of taking the plane. Instead of focusing on, oh, I'm afraid, I want to take the plane, I'm afraid this will happen, you focus on, after I land, I will go do this, I'll go to that shop, I'll meet my friends over there. Focus on what you want, focus on that specific scenario, because if you focus on the negative, you're already doing that and you might get that. It depends on your power of a spirit, depends on how you move as a spirit as well. But yeah, to conclude the video, guys, remember, believe in all possibilities, but also remember, not all possibilities is for you. Believing in all possibilities just helps you grow and expand, because more times than not, more usually than not, people and spirits down here get too focused and too limited, too demonic, too repetitive, and then they get away from God, aka they get away from all possibilities, and they damn themselves. they block the energy, they block the flow, they block the growth, right? And then they blame it on somebody else, but that's for another point, that's for another video, right? Right here, the important part is to believe in the possibilities, right? So you never get stuck, you never implode, right? You never get too chaotic or too grumpy or too vengeful, even to yourself. You always remember there is more, new opportunities, new growth, new continuations, but also that you don't want everything to happen to you. You don't want all possibilities literally. You want to remember that that exists, so you can always come up or find the right possibility for you, right? And also, just touching on the last point we were talking about, don't be too focused on what you don't want. Focus more on what you want because of the law of accumulation, and never deny possibilities. Never listen to your unvalued thoughts and feelings. Always believe you can do more. Always believe you can go further. Always believe in yourself, in all possibilities, and the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Thank you for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Get the reading and consultation with me. Until the next time, I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. I see you next time.